Good morning, brothers. Well, good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to HeCsUsAll YouTube channel. Today I put together a video of, I need to know if I'm echoing before I go too far. I hope I'm not. Hang on. I put together a pretty awesome video. It's not left or right. It's not Democratic or Republican. I'm not a part of either party. I don't really support either party. I don't believe that the president is in charge of anything, really. So I think they're both two different wings of the same dirty bird. So I put together a bunch of videos, some older presidents, our current president, because there's quite a bit that we could do with him. And I also have I have a couple. You'll see. You guys will just see. I just need to know how this is doing and if I'm gonna echo. Just a second, guys. So I think we're good. Let me start doing this now. Let's see if we have an echo here once I start this. We have an echo. Okay. Like I said, this is literally from Biden to Trump to Bush. Mostly Biden because there's a lot of Biden. We've got Nixon, I believe. I've got quite a bit in here. It's just a bunch of videos I threw together. I thought we'd have a laugh tonight. I don't believe these men are in control of anything. They're just faces. And I'd like everybody to keep in mind while we watch this videos that this is how the rest of the world sees us. Keep that in mind. We got a couple of different angles here. This is just, it's all gold. Honestly, everything I have here is gold. I mean, at least he saluted, right? I have to pause this one because I forgot to add some text here. When he falls from the bike, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. If you didn't, I'm sorry, spoiler alert. But he tells someone in the crowd that they scared him, and then he goes to blame it on the bike pedals. So I want you guys to listen closely. Um, he starts to get up and he's like, "You scared me." You scared me. Oh my god.
How run the country?
Oh, it's it's like any other job. Some parts are easy, some parts are hard.
Joe, happy Father's Day tomorrow.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
You feel like it's hard? When you're president, will you remember me?
Always got to talk to the kids, man. This is Trump, by the way. Now, with that one, he was walking a little funny, almost like he maybe knew that the toilet paper was there. If you notice that foot, he's kind of like doing something weird with it. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit. Um, I half wonder if it's like a I don't know, it's like a psyop in itself to make our presidents look this dumb, a part of the new world order, one world order. Uh, the Americans need help, right? That's the message they're putting out there. Watch the foot. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the way the toilet paper is doing its thing. I have so many Biden videos.
And I want to say this to the television audience. I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life, I have never profited from public service. I've earned every cent. And in all of my years of public life,
You know, don't they all say that?
I have never obstructed justice. And I think, too, that I can say that in my years of public life, that I welcome this kind of examination because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
President?
Yes, sir. In all the
You notice the defensive arm crossed in the end too there? Like he's like, I am not a crook. I have earned everything I got. And immediately arms crossed, like that defensive, like, all right, ask me no more questions. This has been going on since long before my time.
all the decisions I have made in my public life, I have always tried to do what was best for the nation. Throughout the long and difficult period of Watergate, I have felt it was my duty to persevere.
Speaking of Watergate, this video was already claimed before I did this video. I uploaded this video privately and it was copyright claimed, not striked, but claimed for this Watergate video in particular. Like, out of all the videos I have, this is why it got claimed. Just thought that was a little interesting piece of information there.
To make every possible effort to complete the term of office to which you elected me. In the past few days, however, it has become evident to me that I no longer have a strong enough political base in the Congress to justify continuing that effort. As long as there was such a base, I felt strongly that it was necessary to see the constitutional process through to its conclusion, that to do otherwise would be unfaithful to the spirit of that deliberately difficult process and a dangerously destabilizing precedent for the future. But with the disappearance of that base, I now believe that the constitutional purpose has been served, and there is no longer a need for the process to be prolonged. I would have preferred to carry through to the finish, whatever the personal agony it would have involved. And my family unanimously urged me to do so. But the interests of the nation must always come before any personal considerations. From the discussions I have had with congressional and other leaders, I have concluded that because of the Watergate matter, I might not have the support of the Congress that I would consider necessary to back the very difficult decisions and carry out the duties of this office in the way the interests of the nation will require. I have never been a quitter. To leave office before my term is completed is abhorrent to every instinct in my body. But as president, I must put the
Most of what he's saying has absolutely nothing to do with why he had to resign, like, whatsoever. What does any of what he's saying right now really? I mean, he kind of touched on it, but really, it's the runaround. It's always the runaround with these guys. The next video right after this one, I think I did the placement very nicely of these two, because these guys, they'll lie right up to the very, very end. Very end. And it's actually quite amazing because they'll look you dead in the face and lie to you. And with great, with great confidence that everybody's going to believe every word they say.
The interests of America first. America needs a full-time president and a full-time Congress, particularly at this time with problems we face at home and abroad. To continue to fight through the months ahead for my personal vindication would almost totally absorb the time and attention of both the president and the Congress in a period when our entire focus should be on the great issues of peace abroad and prosperity without inflation at home. Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
I am very pleased to introduce America's true education president and the greatest champion of working parents and working families that the United States of America has ever known, President Bill Clinton.
And what's really funny is Bill was known as at the time of Bill, he was known as the greatest president. And this guy looked, and to impeach him over the cheating, not really anybody's business, I don't think. The president, yeah, he's supposed to live this moral life, but really none of them do. But the fact that these guys will look you dead in the eye, everybody dead. So they lied to get where they are in the first place, and they're not running anything. They're not running any show. They're just a face. Whoever's behind the curtain, it's like the Wizard of Oz, man. There's someone behind the curtain that's really running things. These guys have absolutely nothing to do with the way this country's run.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I can't make these any louder. I hope they're loud enough. I'm sorry, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I have to go back to work on my State of the Union speech. And I worked on it till pretty late last night. But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong.
Womp,
It
womp,
constituted a
womp.
critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that.
Even my wife. Bill, your wife knew all about it. Let's be real.
Just seems like I was here yesterday. I was. Kind of. Anybody here got 4 kids? 3 kids? You got 4? 4. 3, okay. All right, right.
I can't with this
I don't know why I
guy.
asked that.
I love these.
Oh, I know why I asked it. The best way to defeat this enemy in the long run is to deny them the recruiting tools that are and recruitments made possible by resentment. Let me just remind you where we have been through, what we've been through. My dad, like many of your folk who got relatives here, many of you whose relatives did the same thing, you're here, their relatives probably aren't. And it is at least that there be a stable Iran that is capable of rejecting Iranian influence. I mean, Iraq. Our people have done a really good job of hauling in a lot of the key operators. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Abu Zubaydah, Ramzi al-Shib, or whatever the guy's name was. Thanks for coming. Be seated. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the White House. Thanks for coming. If it feels good, do it.
I apologize for the laugh track, guys. I didn't add that. This is great.
If you got a problem, blame somebody else. You may recall we went to a park in Botswana, Panama City, Panama. What you probably want to know is the 3 words I'm not going to tell you.
Samozřejmě by byste asi chtěli slyšet.
I'm not going to tell you. That's 5 words. You'll be able to see a technology, a technology that will enable you to converse with somebody on long distance, and it seems like the person's right there in the room with you. Yeah, I think tide turning. As I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of it's easy to see a tide turn. Did I say those words? Let me.
Now, the real question I have, like, honestly, watching these videos today, was President Bush just high 99% of the time? Like, I really, I mean it when I say it. Was he just high all of the time? For him to say, did I say those words after saying so? Like, and when I watch these now, it's like, I really think that, because when he was president was like the beginning days of medical marijuana, right? I feel like this guy was blasted all the time, and you can't really like I can't fit any other substance to the way he acts other than marijuana. Um, I don't know, man, but these Bush videos that definitely take me back, and I don't remember him being this absolutely hilarious. And I have some more Biden ones coming up. Him and Biden, and again, him, Republican, Biden, you're Democrat. Um, these guys are absolutely hilarious. Everybody's got to take themselves outside of the box for a moment. Don't worry about whether you're red, blue, left wing, right wing, Democrat, Republican, whatever, man. Left wing, right wing, two wings, same dirty bird. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. I don't know what to say. We're coming close to something, an end of a chapter of sorts, right? And we are literally told to just live our lives and live them good, be a good person and just live your lives day to day. You're not supposed to worry about too much. You're just supposed to keep on living. And things that are out of our control, like these guys, is just out of our control, period.
Let me. You'll be. The left hand now knows what the right hand is doing. On the streets of major cities,
Someone argue with me that this man is capable of running a country. Please, argue with me that this man is in any way, shape, or form capable of running not only America, but any country for that matter. I don't care if the country's got like 8 people in it. This man is not capable. A little close up for you guys. You scared me.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Keep up the good work. I keep on take these things off. I got my foot caught.
The foot pedals. Take the foot pedals off. He got his foot cut in it. Not that the lady in the crowd scared him.
See you.
He's got to take the foot pedals off.
North Carolina announced its $100 incentive today. Places that have offered $100,000. That'd be really good. I'd go back and get vaccinated 3 times. But all kidding aside, offered the $100 to get vaccination. I've seen an uptick of 25% on daily vaccination rates. She's also dedicated to getting her customers and employees vaccinated. That when they leave the saloon, receptionist, the salon, they're maybe going to a saloon. I don't know. I caught part of President Putin's press conference, and he talked about the need for us to be able to have some kind of modus operandi where we dealt with making sure the Arctic was, in fact, a free zone.
Is a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well equipped as any army in the world, and an air force against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable. Do I trust the Taliban? No. But I trust the capacity of the Afghan military, who is better trained, better equipped, and more competent in terms of conducting war. I stand squarely behind my decision.
That's right, folks. You heard it from our president. The Taliban is more trained, more better, and more confident. Those guys.
After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces. So-called Great Recession. The president asked me to be in charge of managing that piece, then President Trump. Excuse me, Freudian slip. That was the last president. He caused, anyway, that was President Obama when I was vice president. I know you're a little young.
Now, isn't a Freudian slip when you say something that's the truth and you didn't mean to, like it accidentally slipped out in the midst of your lie? And he called being trained by another president who he was talking about Obama and said Trump a Freudian slip. Uh, the last I checked, that's when you accidentally tell the truth in the middle of a lie. So, okay.
Younger than I am, but I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time pitcher in the Negro leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros, into the Major League Baseball,
Remember,
after Jackie Robinson.
This
His
is
name was
our
Satchel Paige.
not at all
Russia will
racist
be held accountable
president.
if it invades, and it depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion, and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, et cetera. But if they actually do what they're capable of doing with the force amassed on the border, it is going to be a disaster for Russia if they further invade Ukraine, and that our allies and partners are ready to impose severe cost and significant harm on Russia and the Russian economy.
You said that Russia would be held accountable if it invades, and it depends on what it does. Are you saying that a minor incursion by Russia into Ukrainian territory would not lead to the sanctions that you have threatened, or are you effectively giving Putin permission to make a small incursion into the country?
Good question. That's how it did sound like, didn't it? The most important thing to do, big nations can't bluff, number one. Number two, the idea
Deflect,
that
deflect,
we would do anything
deflect.
to split NATO, which would be have a profound impact on one of Putin's objectives to weaken NATO, would be a big mistake. Daughter. Can't bring her granddaughter. Well,
And how about Penelope?
So this was a phone call that came in on Christmas the Christmas that passed. And it's great. Someone called in and they got Biden to say something that you wouldn't expect Biden to say. Absolutely wonderful, but I had to just put imagery over it. I do have the video, but I had no choice but to put images. Honestly, I thought this is why I was going to get the copyright. And well, not once I put the images on it, but out of all the videos that I played, the Nixon video, Watergate, is why I got the copyright. But enjoy nonetheless.
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old.
Well,
Have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
and by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Oh,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I
Yeah.
agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go, Brandon. Real quick, my husband made this video years ago, so shout out to him. This is so bad. Look at her thumb. Look at her digging. Just making sure that booger gets out from underneath her fingernail onto this little dude's shirt. Nice. Real nice. Gotta love him. I think I have one more video after this.
The stuff about gaps, I don't think there've been any.
Oh no,
big
I got a
gaps.
couple.
I never make any big gaps.
Somalis have made my city of Wilmington, Delaware, in a smaller scale. It's a large, very identifiable Somali community. I might add, if you ever come to the train station with me, you'll notice that I have great relationships with them because there's an awful lot of driving cabs. The president has a big stick. And for real, I'm not.
Now, I wonder if when he goes into that very relatable community, if he uses the same words he used a couple videos ago. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Don't think he'd be here still.
I'm not being solicitous. I'm being serious.
And confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost to my perfect wife, Stephanie.
Repeat after me. Do you solemnly swear?
She got the
not to
Biden sniff. Okay, so real quick, this guy, this is my last video, I believe. This one's going to be short tonight. I had a really long day. But this guy made like a Nixon imitation video. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm going to make sure I link his channel after this video finishes like completely uploading and everything. I thought it was funny, so I figured I'd throw it in here. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll link his channel below afterwards.
There's a siren outside. Can we do this without the sirens, or do we need to hold for the sirens? Let's go. Let's do it. My fellow Americans, there's one thing I'd like to make perfectly clear. I am not a cook. Cook. Did you hear me say cook? Just then I said cook. I meant to say crook. Crook. Has an R in it. Did you hear that? Crook. Cook or cook. Cook. Crook. Cook. Of course I'm not a cook. I'm from Orange County. I haven't made my own food ever. Let's do it again. My fellow Americans, I would like to make one thing perfectly clear. Line. What's my goddamn line? I'm not a crook. I am not a crook. I'm not a crook. Not a crook. 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 I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. I'm ready. Let's do it again. My fellow Americans, I am a crook. Well, that's obviously not what I meant to say. I meant to say not a crook. Not a crook. My fellow Americans, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I am not a stork. All that get in my head. That barely rhymes at all. My fellow Americans, I am not a book. Book. Why did I say book? I'm not a book. I mean, it rhymes a little bit. You can't open me and turn my pages. Fold one over when you're done reading me so that you can come back to me later and pick up where you left off. You can't do that with me. not a book. I should just say I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Can I say it? I'm not a criminal? Nothing rhymes with that. No? Has to be crook. Crook, not criminal. All right. My fellow Americans.
Shout out to this guy.
I don't even know how that got in my head. I haven't read Peter Pan since I was 12. No, I haven't seen the goddamn movie. Roll it again. Book. That doesn't even make sense. How could I be a book? You can't read me. Can't turn my pages. Can't put a bookmark in me and hold me while you're in bed. You probably do that if you're a pretty lady, but who would want to? Look at me.
Not sure anybody was really comfortable holding Richard Nixon in bed, but that's gonna be the end of the stream, guys. Sorry, I gotta take these off when I do this because my voice echoes through these when I'm speaking to you guys, and it makes it so much harder to say anything. I stumble over my words. That's gonna be the end of the stream. I got just like a little kind of outro here. Thought it was funny. I like it. I had to slap all this together real quick for you guys. I apologize for it being short. I just wanted to give everybody a laugh. I hope you got a couple laughs out of it at least. And just make the point that there's no way that these guys are in charge of anything. There is absolutely no way. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love each and every one of you individually. As always, stay aware, stay awake, and stay vigilant.